How y'all doing? So beautiful to watch y'all sit with yourselves and breathe. We're so honored to be here to share energy, to share some of our medicine, and to receive that medicine from you all back to us. My name is Eli Jimenez. I am 25 years old. I'm a Cancer.
Shout out Cancer.
Double Cancers. And I am a co-organizer at Freedom Community Clinic. Ooh, see, that's the ancestors. They showed up. It's okay. It's gonna happen again. Yeah, it'll happen again. It's okay. They're here. As you can tell, ancestors are always guiding and protecting us. And today they really are here. As I woke up today in the morning, I really felt my grandfather, who passed away 4 years ago. And this is why I do the work. He believed in ancestral medicine. He believed in cupping. He believed in sobadas, which are massages. He believed in using herbal medicine, working with the plants to heal our bodies. And so I am continuing this trajectory that runs in my family, which is uplifting ancestral medicine and cultural traditions. I am a co-organizer at Freedom Community Clinic, and I'm also a healer and a doula. And shout out to the birth companions. So much love and respect to you all.
My name is Dr. Bernie Nicole Lim. Thank you. I'm 27 years old. I'm a physician. I'm a professor. I'm a creator. I'm a healer and a warrior. And I'm the founder of Freedom Community Clinic. Freedom Community Clinic is not just a nonprofit organization. We are a whole person healing movement for the community that combines the strengths of ancestral indigenous healing with the strengths of Western medicine. Our work is founded in our own stories of how our families and ourselves have had to find healing in the face of medical trauma, and how we have found that healers of all traditions and of all backgrounds deserve to work together and create a space of healing for our communities. Specifically, we prioritize the healing of Black, Brown, Indigenous, undocumented, and immigrant communities. And so, since winning as the grand prize winner of the Title Nine Pitchfest last year, the truth is that we are not just a nonprofit organization. We have become a community pillar in Oakland and the Bay Area of whole person healing. And it is so incredible because really T9 was the lights to the match. Basically, after the Pitch Fest, it just went wild, and it was like a fire, and it was the momentum. So this is what we've done since literally a year ago. We are so grateful to have this opportunity of reflection. But in the past year, aside from graduating medical school, again, we were not doing this full time, but we have served over 3,000 people with over 100 events. So just think of that. Every single week, there are more than 2 or 3 events happening in the community. We have opened 2 physical locations that we call community healing sanctuaries in downtown Oakland and at UC Berkeley on campus, advocated by students to have daily healing services in both English and Spanish. So at this time, there are people getting healing at community scale and or for free, sponsored by the university.
That's awesome. Great.
Thank you. Third, we have weekly community healing clinics out in the streets. So we have been, our origins, we always talk about this, we were organizing out of car trunks, garages, local taquerias, where our organizing spaces. So now we're still rooted in that. We are out in the community providing healing in partnership with over 20 community organizations and schools and universities. Last Monday, we were at San Francisco State University. Ellie just led a healing clinic at Cal State East Bay. We're also, again, UC Berkeley. We're also at Oakland Unified, Hayward Unified. People are wanting healing clinics, and we are making these institutions create healing-centered cultures. Fourth, we've created Empower in partnership with West Coast Children's Clinic in Fruitvale, specifically serving Spanish-speaking families to have a healing initiative that provides free therapy, primary care, case management, and holistic healing for former and at-risk youth. And lastly, specifically for women and girls, we have really prioritized, especially with Title Nine, the healing for BIPOC women and femmes, specifically having over 40 healing clinics in partnership with organizations such as Bay Area Women Against Rape, Mujeres Unidas y Activas, and other organizations in the Bay Area to provide reproductive justice healthcare, to provide health education on various chronic diseases, as well as holistic healing, reproductive justice, as we talked about, and pre, post, and intrapartum care. So this is really a movement where, because of T9, we are, again, not just a nonprofit organization. We have become a critical community healing pillar within the Bay Area. And this is not just something where we are asking for money from other people, but this is really becoming a movement where we are the new standard of what community and family medicine is. We are the new standard of community healing, and we are so grateful for this work.
And so Freedom Community Clinic really has inspired me, Ellie, little Ellie, present Ellie, future Ellie, to find my own medicine. All this work that Bernie just described to you, we embody it. And so a couple of months ago, I actually trained in Reiki and breath work, which is what you just experienced. And it has been an affirmation to my own medicine. Just like with the community that we serve, they are finding their own medicine. We are providing the tools for them to continue their healing journey, right? Because we cannot heal nobody. They got to do the work. And so, and that may buy me a message to you too. So if you would like a session, also book, just like Beto mentioned, reciprocity, right? And so, guided by our ancestors, we are feeling called to open up a third location in Fruitvale in Oakland, and it will be called Santuario de Sanación Ancestral, a healing sanctuary based in ancestral medicine. And so the intention is to serve women of color, young girls, queer folks that have experienced sexual trauma, to continue to support them in their own healing journey. We are so thankful for the love and support that T9 provided to us. Last year, it was a rocket ship, y'all. Community trusted us, and we went off, we took off. Really, with the love and support that T9 has provided for us, we are feeling so affirmed that our work will continue. And we are here to remind you all that healing is
justice.
Healing is resistance.
And healing is freedom. Perfect.
Thank you. I like to walk, so I'll walk my ass over here. Yes.
So nice to see you both again. Thank you so
Good
much for this great presentation, and thank you for sharing some of your medicine with us. I'm all about the numbers. So talk to me about how you're opening these locations. Is it earned income that you're charging to the institutions? Like what's the funding model? How's that looking?
It's actually very incredible. And I want to start with the journey that when we first really grew in 2020 as the community responded to our healing clinics out in the streets after Black Lives Matter protests. We would literally set up shop with healers, and we got 20, 30K in grassroots donations, $5, $10, all added to 20, 30K. We were like, oh, awesome. This is incredible. And then we started looking into grants, and that became part of the funding stream. But within the past year, and it really did start after T9, something really magical happened. And that is that we are now having we have multiple streams of revenue, such that now people will say, we will have you at our institution. UC Berkeley, a random person basically Instagram messaged me on my personal Instagram and said, hey, I'm Ruben, you don't know me, but all of our students who are served by the Basic Needs Center at UC Berkeley, first-gen low-income students, they're not going to Student Health Services. They're going to y'all. And we at UC Berkeley, Basic Needs Center, have a multi-million-dollar budget. Will you open a Freedom Community Clinic here with us? So now when we have all these partnerships with universities and institutions and unified and nonprofit organizations, we compensate our healers' time, and we set up contracts now that are long-term. And it's beautiful because now we are not dependent on grants to dictate the agenda. We know what is powerful. And we are now shifting the cultures of institutions. And it's just such a beautiful realization, because I remember in the beginning we were like, we'll hold a free healing clinic, we'll do whatever because we know our people need it. And now, because the need is so raw, the institutions are bending and culture is changing.
That's awesome.
And so, to continue on that, back to the third location that we are very ready to open in Fruitvale. We already know, like Beto said, that money is going to be ours. And so those funds will go to the third location. And of course, we have backup funds, we're just preparing for the electricity and the water and all of that. But it's already here, right? And so, again, we're so thankful to Lisa, to Missy, and everyone at the Pitch Fest, because last year it was just, I think it was an affirmation to our work that we were like, hell yeah, we're only 25, 26. We're doing this work. We're reclaiming culture. We're bringing in ancestral medicine and the strengths of Western medicine. So shout out to the doctor, Dr. Bernadette Lim.
Thank you.
And we're super excited for this third location.
Going to ask a follow-up to that in terms of your multiple streams of revenue. So you have this partnership with UC Berkeley. What are some of the other institutions that you have partnerships with, and where are you focusing next?
So, I was like, there are numerous long-term ones. So the big long-term ones that we have right now are with UC Berkeley, San Francisco State, and West Coast Children's Clinic that we talked about. These are big partnerships where throughout the week we are providing healing services, healing groups, different healing events for their staff. It is beyond, it's healing in general. And we have, I was like, there are numerous, short-term contracts that we're having all the time, whether that's with nonprofit organizations, the Black Cultural Zone, East Oakland Collective, Bay Area Women Against Rape,
Unity
Council. All of these are local nonprofits. From the very beginning, we have beautiful partnerships because we know that they have specific trust with specific communities that we want to serve. So all the organizations that we partner with, they are serving Black, Brown, Indigenous, undocumented communities. All of our healers reflect and are rooted in that identity and the community as well. So can also just provide a bigger list if that's possible. But it really is over 30, 40. Yeah.
Wow, congratulations on the progress. That's really exciting in such a short time. Amazing. I was curious about just the operations of your growth. And with so many amazing things on the horizon, what are your plans for supporting that? I see you have 7 people on staff now and a really amazing budget to manage all those folks. So what are the plans around that?
7 people. To be honest, the past year, none of us did this full time. I was in medical school. Ellie had multiple jobs. All of our organizers were doing multiple jobs. And now we are at a critical inflection point where the exciting thing that's happening is we are in conversation right now with Alameda Health and Medicaid to integrate Freedom Community Clinic in the health system. And for safety net hospitals like Highland Hospital and so many of the different Summit, Kaiser, for insurance to be covered, for a lot of the people to get healing services from people who look like them, who reflect them, who share that same passion. And we are very excited that that can have a base administrative funding for us to have a full-time staff come on. So we're very excited for that. And we're very grateful because it really is such a huge momentum in that way.
Amazing. What are you nervous about or afraid? Like, where's your biggest concern?
Oh, we don't live in fear.
Okay, that being said,
We don't live in fear.
I want to be 25.
But to respond to that, I think what we're excited for is not only for freedom to continue growing, but for every other organization, collective, group of people, for them to find this love that freedom is spreading. Because really, we're rooted in love. We do this because we care, right? And so we are just so excited as we continue to touch hearts for you all to find that medicine, for you to ask yourselves, where do I come from? Where did my ancestors come from? How do they heal, right? Because we know that these institutions, that's what they're lacking. And so freedom, what really does is inspires and opens that up for folks. Like I said, these are just tools that we're providing to community, and they are learning how to use them and how to continue on their own healing journey. And so I think that would be my response, that we don't live in fear. Mm-hmm. And that has also been my own journey. Earlier, I was going to share with y'all, I just got so excited. But I have this memory when I was in high school, maybe sophomore year, and my history teacher asked us to present a story, whether it was based on our migration story or related to our culture. And at that time, I remember feeling so afraid because of my citizenship status and not feeling comfortable with who I was, right? And so this work that I really have done with FCC has affirmed my inner child, my present self, and my future self. Mm-hmm. And as I share this story, I really do invite you all, and I also had, if you feel called later on today, come up here and write something that you are grateful for. Whether it's a blessing, a gift, whatever you see in your lives, what is it that you are grateful for? And bring it over here to the ancestors, as they're always listening. Thank you.
Yes. I wanted to add on Eli's heart-centered leadership, and I think to just affirm that what we're preaching, we are doing as a team and as leaders, the healing process, and that is, it's very scary. I want to be very honest and talk about healing can be a very painful process, and it can be isolating. It can have a lot of lows, and that's why we are so passionate about this work, because we've realized that doing it together in community is so important. And to do that, to do breath work, for me to, ritualize breath work and yoga, and to, I need to really see my primary care doctor, to really practice that medicine that we preach is something we take so seriously. And that is something that I'm very protective about, because I think we get so excited about growth, and we get so excited about, opening and contracts, and so exciting, but we have been rooted and centered in ancestors and heart-centered leadership. And we always need to come back to that, because that's how we're going to grow, from a place of integrity and from a place of true honesty with the community.